Hey guys, welcome to Brunch Break episode 39. My name is Mrs. Chard, and today on this episode we're going to be talking all about what life is like when you are no longer controlled by food. Again, my name is Mrs. Chard, Bethany, and I come here to you on the Love Chard page every single Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Central Time to share with you my journey of optimal health, overcoming emotional eating, weight loss of over 80 pounds, and so much more. Everything that comes along with a healthful, optimal lifestyle change. And to back up just a little bit, when I was growing up, my nutrition, I'm throwing up the air quotes, my nutrition was filled with candy, animal products, a lot of cheese, a lot of sugar, a lot of breads and butters and creams, and really everything that's not truly healthful for ourselves, for human health. And at a very young age, I started emotional eating, closet eating, overeating, binge eating. I remember doing this in elementary school, like just hiding all the candy and taking extra cookies and muffins and extra chocolate milks and just kind of hoarding food all the time. And it wasn't just the physical action of it. It was my mind all the time was, when am I going to get my next snack? How am I going to sneak away more of this food? When am I going to eat next? Am I going to get home and find that my brothers had found my candy stash and ate it all? Like, it was my whole lifestyle, my whole mind, my whole thoughts, everything was so controlled by junk food, by food, and everything that I did and everything that I thought about was always revolved around food. And I really didn't know what my hobbies were. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know what I didn't like. All I knew was food. All I knew was this severe addiction to food, and mostly to junk food, refined food, fried stuff, total crap food. And at first I thought this was a problem with me. I thought I had a problem. And what I later found out in my later years, and in so much nutrition education, is that that's what that food is supposed to do to you. Like, that refined sugar is made so that you keep coming back for more. Like, you don't wake up in the middle of the night and run to the fridge and just eat carrot after carrot after carrot, You're not going to the fridge and eating 40 pears at a time, right? So whole foods don't do that to us, but the refined, processed, bleached, stripped of nutrients, that food is the food that keeps us addicted and keeps us coming back for more. And a crazy thing, because I'm gonna share this with you because I was a huge fan of Cheetos. You guys know those Cheetos puffs, like a family-size bag that weighs like 6 ounces of just puffy Cheetos. So the Cheeto, that puffy Cheeto, was scientifically designed so that when it hit your tongue, it disintegrated and dissolved. And when that happens, there's not enough time for your brain and your stomach to talk to each other and go, hey, we've had so many calories, we're full now, like, you can stop eating. There's not enough time to do that because that Cheeto disintegrates on your tongue, and so you think that you don't have any. This is why we can eat an entire family-sized bag of Cheetos, I'm speaking from example, and not realize that we did it, or still be hungry after that, or still want more, right? I know for me, I would crush a family-sized bag of Cheetos and then get in my car and go to all the fast food places and go get ice cream and go get all this stuff, And it's very important to know that it's not a problem with you. You don't have a problem. It's a problem with the food. I'm going to throw up the air quotes again. It's a problem with the food and the food-like products that is, getting us to go down this rabbit hole of, food addiction. If you're here, let me know in the comments, because I don't know. Sometimes the comments come through and sometimes they don't. So I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything that you guys are saying. So let me know if you're here, where you're tuning in from. So it's not a problem with you. It's a problem with the food. And when we get the food right, we can rid ourselves of the emotional eating. We can rid ourselves of the overeating, the binge eating. Montreal, Canada. Woo, awesome. I was just talking about Canada yesterday. You guys were voted like the happiest country in the world or something. Pretty crazy. Awesome. What was I saying? It's not you, it's a problem with the food. And when we rid ourselves of the toxic, when we rid ourselves of the toxic food, the refined sugar, the cheese, the heavily salted chips and things like that, we're so far removed from that, we can be so far removed as well from emotional eating and binge eating and overeating and all of that stuff. Because real food doesn't have that same impact as that refined sugar and the ice cream and the fried food does, right? So it's very important to get the food right first. But circling back to the topic of what happens now when you're not controlled by food, for me, I couldn't believe how much, I almost didn't realize when I was in my my food addiction and cravings and living an obese life and all of that stuff, I really didn't realize how much I was controlled by food, like in the moment. Excuse me. It is so dry and windy here that I'm just like always coughing in this winter. I almost didn't realize how controlled by food I was until I wasn't controlled by food anymore. I mean, I did know, but I didn't realize the severity of it almost until I got out of it. And as I was healing from emotional eating and overeating and binge eating and really relying heavily on this junk food, I had so much time on my hands. I didn't know what I was going to do with my time. I didn't know what I was going to do with my thoughts because I was not always thinking and dreaming about, the next candy bar or, if we were going to go out to eat that night. Like my mind wasn't always clogged with that. And so in learning how to fill my life and my brain and my thoughts with other things was, I'm just going to say it was a journey, and it still is. Like, I'm continually figuring out now what I like, who I like to hang out with, what my hobbies are. It was really kind of cool, though, to be able to discover and create what I actually wanted my life to look like. And in doing that, I got a lot of comments from other people. We're always going to be judged, of course. Humans judge other humans. But it was so interesting that, me discovering myself and creating the life that I wanted, got a lot of raised eyebrows from other people. It was really, really interesting. And I want to tell you guys this too. As you are going through your own journey, and as you are healing, and as you are creating your own ideal life, and as you are constructing this new healthful lifestyle for yourselves, do it for you. Do it for yourselves. I know it's so hard not to look at, society and, wonder what our mom's gonna think and, our friends and like all this stuff, but you really have to do what feels good to you. And if you don't know what that is, then try some things. Like, try coloring, I picked up this color by numbers. That's upside down. It's a giraffe. So I picked up coloring, and I never knew that I enjoyed, doing this paint by numbers thing. I'm a tea connoisseur now. Like, I drink tons of tea. This used to be filled with wine, liquor, some kind of alcohol every day, and now I love herbal teas. So give yourself permission to open up and discover what you really like now, because the things that you may like now that you don't know you like, you may have not even thought about that 10 years ago, right? Like, we change, we're growing, we're ever evolving. And so give yourself permission to do that, and also know that there are going to be times that people are really harshly judging you and possibly saying things out loud. But I don't want this to hold you back, because people are going to talk about you no matter what you do. Like, there are just certain people that are just, they're just going to do that. But don't let what other people are, don't let their insecurities or what they're what they're saying about you or to you or behind your back or whatever, don't let that stop you from creating your ideal life. Don't let that stop you from eating a large gourmet salad every day. Don't let that stop you from really creating this, healthful, optimal life, because it is gonna look different than the standard American lifestyle. It is. Like, it's gonna look different. I don't go to the bar and crush a bunch of beer and wings and pizza with my friends anymore. Like, sometimes I will go and just have a lemon water and enjoy the conversation, and people get uncomfortable if someone else isn't doing what they're doing sometimes. But know that it's not about you, it's generally about them. Focus on yourself and know that what you're doing for yourself is I don't want to say right, but is what you want to do. Like, this is your life, right? I get comments all the time. Like, right now, I just got out of the shower. I threw my hair up in this clip. I'm not wearing a bra. I'm not wearing makeup. Like, I'm just coming to you here this morning, just talking about stuff, And I get comments and emails and messages from people that I don't even know saying, that I should be more professional and have my hair dry and wear makeup and oh, you wear that sweater every day. It's like, okay, well, I like this sweater, hey, I just got out of the shower or whatever. So my point is that people will say things to you that has nothing to do with you, So we have to be really strong with our decisions for our lifestyle, and know that we're doing this for the betterment of ourselves and our health and our life, so that we can be a more authentic and real person with ourselves, and a better friend, a better mom, a sister, co-worker, all of these things, right? We're doing it to not only better ourselves, but the people around us and our kids and family and spouse and all this stuff. So yes, this is for you, but it's also for, those people that are in your circle and that are around you. And so I'm giving you permission to discover who you are through your nutrition and lifestyle change, because you will change, you will grow, you will be opened up to new perspectives, and those are going to be different than you've thought in the past. They're going to be different than your mom thinks. They're going to be different than your friends think. But that's okay. That is okay. Don't be afraid to stand out a little bit and do what is needed and do what you want and need to do, so that you can live fully. Because I know what it feels like to live trapped in a body that you don't feel is yours. I know what it's like to feel like you are covering yourself up with a ton of makeup and jewelry and big cardigans and scarves, and not that there's anything wrong with those things, but I was covering myself up because I didn't want anyone to see me, because I didn't like myself. That's why I was wearing all of those things and all the makeup and all the layers of clothes and stuff. So I know what it feels like to live a life that you don't feel is yours, and to be living like it's not really you. I talk about this a lot. I was like a sugar-coated version of myself. Like, I was dunked in sugar and all you could see was the food addiction, I was still me, I wasn't fake or lying or anything like that, but it was like a saran-wrapped version of myself that the real me was under there, and like she couldn't get out because all of this junk food addiction and food and, obesity and negative self-talk and all of this was in the way of that. And when I started to peel off that layers, take off that saran wrap, and just kind of, open up and be like, look, I'm gonna do what I need to do here. Like, let's rock. That is when my lifestyle really started to speed up a little bit, and I started to really discover more of who I was and really love what I was building. So I give you guys permission to do the same. All right. Got some comments flying in here. Go girl, I strongly believe that we need to be authentic and thus will attract similar people. Absolutely. I was just talking about this the other day in NutriBabe Nation, my monthly membership site. Like, all of the girls that are in there they're so much, like, they're a part of me almost, because we're similar in so many ways. And, the energy and the vibe that you bring attracts, that same level of people. And so it's so cool to find your people and spend a bunch of time with them in your journey, in your lifestyle, right? That's exactly why I created my monthly membership site. And if you dig what I'm saying and you watch Brunch Break every week and you've seen some of my videos and you like what you're hearing, you want to hang out more, then join NutriBabe Nation. This is the place for you. It's a monthly membership site that has you have access to the entire membership site once you join. Videos, recipes, courses, trainings, Q&As, all kinds of stuff. We have a Facebook support group as well, just for members, where we do live videos and interaction. We just started our 100-day challenge yesterday, so if you want to jump in, now is the time. Let's get in. Head to NutriBabeNation.com for all the details, and sign up is there. I'll put the link down below too. But yes, it's so much, you know, and in NutriBabe Nation, we talk more about just food. Of course, a big part of, you know, a lifestyle change is the nutrition. A big focus is on that. But everything is intertwined. It's not just the food, right? It's mindset, it's self-talk, it's how to deal with social situations, it's how to deal with other people making these comments towards you, it's activity, it's making sure that your life is filled with things that you love and that you are creating a lifestyle that you love where you are happy and laughing, right? And if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I want that, that sounds so awesome, message me and let's get it. Like, let's do this. I will see you guys next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Time here on the Love Chard page for Brunch Break episode 40. Holy cow, I cannot believe we are 40 episodes in, but I am having a blast hanging out with you guys here weekly. If you want more of this, like I said, get in NutriBabe Nation. This is where anything and everything that I do goes down in NutriBabe Nation. So head to NutriBabeNation.com. Be a NutriBabe. We got over 100 members in there so far. Really close-knit group of people who are ready and open to supporting you in your journey. So we'll see you there. Bye, guys.